Yeah, Jay, just wanted to see what you feel like you guys got accomplished these last couple of days before tonight's game.
Basically, just getting back to our basics. We're just trying to be the number one team, defensive team in the league, and I feel like that's been our focus the past few days, just getting back to being number one and sustaining it. And obviously, that's our goal this year. So we've just been talking about that for the most part these last few days.
When you look at the last game and just some of the shots that not only Paul made, but some of their guys made, obviously those were tough shots. Do you take that into account the way the game went, or do you like it doesn't matter whether they made tough shots or not? We still have to get back to that, playing better defensively.
Yeah, well, we are NBA players and we do make tough shots, but at the same time, we can make more shots when we're comfortable. And we felt like we started the game and those guys were comfortable. And that's just on us making the opposing team feel us, just us imposing our will early and making those shots difficult and not just comfortable rhythm shots. If they tip their hat off, you got to tip your hat off to them if they make difficult, uncomfortable shots. But we feel like beginning of that game, they were very comfortable, all five guys on the court. So we just got to get back to imposing our will from jump ball, and that translate into how we want to play defensively.
Thanks, Jay.
Cool.
Next up is Cody Cunningham with Suns.com.
Hey, Jay. Cam Johnson and Mikal have both seemed to take huge strides to open up the season. Even as young players, just how impressed have you been by their overall maturity and professionalism, and how big of a role do you think that's played in their development?
Well, I'm impressed on how eager they are to just work and how eager they are to learn new stuff, learn more stuff. They always ask questions. I feel like that they get that part of it. They get that it's more to learn in this league. It's more to learn throughout our game. And it's no coincidence that they're having a good start because they do put the work in. Once you put the work in, obviously, at some point it's going to pay off. And right now it's paying off for them, and that's good for our team. These guys are eager to learn, eager to be good, eager to have a name in this league. So it's been good for our team. It's been good for them individually. So we're excited for that, and hopefully they keep it going.
Next is Paul Richardson with the Sports Cave, followed by Gina Mizell.
Jay, you guys, even without a camp and a lot of stuff going on in such a short period of time, you seem to have really gotten on the same page, and the cohesiveness really seems to be coming together. How have you guys accomplished that in such a short time, being as far as you are now, and knowing obviously you got you more to go?
Yeah, I was just about to say that we got a long way to go. Obviously, it's a good start, but we got a long way to go, a long season, and I think you got to give kudos to our coaching staff for even helping us, bringing us along, bringing new players along, meshing with the guys who've been here. Our coaching staff has done a good job of explaining what they want, what they feel like this team needs to succeed, and we're doing a good job of players just trying to put it to work, make it all come together. So I feel like the communication from our coaching staff and from our players are great right now. We're doing a good job of talking through a lot of things and us players are trying to do a good job of just implying that to the work that we put in to translate on the court. And I just feel like as the season goes on, we need more of that. We need more communication because things are not going to go well all the time. And right now, the communication from players, coaches, from everybody who's all involved is at the right level. And I just feel like we're just trying to continue to climb and get better.
Next is Gina Mizell with Suns.com, followed by Kevin Ray.
Hey, Jay, to kind of go back to your first points of the goal of wanting to be the best defense in the league, just overall, what do you feel like the next steps are that you guys need to take as you continue to work on that cohesion, whether it's schematically, communication, just like all that stuff? What's kind of next to work toward accomplishing that goal?
Number one is just continue to build on that trust. All five guys on the court have to trust one another. When you look at the best defense in our league, it's just not one guy on the court. It's team defense. So you got to play on the screen. You got to play on the string, and I feel like with that comes trust. It just takes time. I just feel like if we're asking our big fella DeAndre Ayton to be up on the screen, he has to trust that help side is behind him, and I just feel like that comes with time. That comes with pounding it, watching it on film, talking about it, communicating, and applying it. So I just feel like it's just not one guy; it's a team effort. Whoever's on the court, all five guys at the same time have to be on the same page and working together. That's how you become the number one defensive team in the league. And I just feel like our mind is there. We just got to continue to just putting the work in and seeing it pay off.
Has there been a possession or maybe a stretch so far this season that you feel like really was the best that you guys have had so far, where you're like, yes, that is it right there?
Yeah, it was in Utah. I felt like we had made an adjustment that morning of the shoot around. We didn't talk about it the day before. We made an adjustment that morning and we applied it to the game that night, and then paid off for us tremendously. I feel like that was a good offensive team too, who moves the ball well and plays well with rhythm. And we tried to break their rhythm from jump. And I feel like it paid off. But doing that showed that we can put in a game plan, and we can talk through a game plan, and we can apply it. And I just feel like that's how you gain trust with your coaching staff. That's how you gain trust with your teammates, and it paid off that game.
Next is Kevin Ray with Suns Broadcast, followed by Dwayne Rankin.
Hey, Jay, good morning to you. You talked about allowing the Clippers to get comfortable. You got it tonight in Toronto. Their record really isn't indicative of how talented they are. They're coming in frustrated, angry, embarrassed. What are the couple of keys for you guys tonight to prevent them from getting comfortable, particularly in that first quarter? I know Monty had talked about getting off to better starts for you guys.
Yeah, I just feel like it's not offensively with us. We have a lot of weapons offensively. Like I said, you just got to impose your will from jump ball, from tip. And we try to preach it, and we're going to continue to preach it, that our first unit has to hit first and impose our will first. And that's just not with making shots. It's just with making the opposing team feel us and making it a game to where we want to play on our terms. And I feel like that comes with just jump balls, just being on the same page and imposing our will. Obviously, this team coming in is very good and talented. Their record is not showing for it right now, but this is a good team. We're not overlooking them. They have a lot of different weapons. They can attack you a lot of different angles. They have veteran guards in Van Vliet and Kyle. And Pascal doing a good job of creating shots and creating offense and generating good looks for guys. So we have our hands full tonight. Obviously, it's a team effort, but these guys are coming in upset and angry, and we want to keep playing a level of basketball that we know we're capable of playing. So it'll be a good game tonight. With a team coming in who's desperate for a win, and we're trying to continue to maintain the up arrow of our winning basketball and winning ways. So we're looking forward to the challenge tonight.
Next is Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic.
Yeah, I was just curious. When did you first start to notice that teammates were listening to what you had to say and taking it to heart? When did that come to you? You're like, you know what, these guys are paying attention to what I'm saying. Or when did that hit for you? What year was that, you feel like?
What year was that? It's probably my third year.
Okay.
Third year in the league. I was able to first get the trust from Brad Stevens, my head coach, who then presented me as one of the leaders of the team, just me and him talking. And that showed me that he trusted what I was talking about. He understood where I was coming from, and he trusted the work that I was putting in. That was my first time in the NBA, a coach really allowing me to be a leader on the court. Obviously, I was playing behind some Hall of Fame players with Dirk Nowitzki, Sean Marion, Elton Brand, Vince Carter. So I didn't have that leadership role, but I did soak up a lot of knowledge from those leaders that I played behind. So once I got to Boston, I was able to become my own leader in this league, and that came from my head coach first, and that's my first time ever. My teammates looking at me, asking me for questions, looking at me for leadership, and looking at me for being accountable. Even when I screw up things, I mess up my own coverages and stuff like that. Just holding myself accountable to really help gain the trust of my teammates and my peers.
How did that make you feel initially when that started to happen? Was it, whoa, like I gotta be even better, or wow, this is a good feeling? What were the feelings like at that time for you?
The feeling was I just wanted to make the days count. I just wanted to always. I didn't want to take a day off, whether it be mentally or physically. I wanted to always make the days count. I wanted to be someone my teammates can trust and know that I'm putting in the work. No matter if I have a stretch of 2 or 3 games of bad shooting, knowing that I'm still putting the work in that is going to pay off. Knowing that I'm watching film enough to translate and relate to my teammates on what I see on the court. So I just want to be accountable. When I got that to that level, I just want the accountability to be to be where it needs to be on my end and holding myself accountable and not taking the day off and really buying into the team. I just felt like that was my main focus at the time.